Nosk here. Before we get into the thick of it, I just want to give a quick thanks to my partner for making this amusing little new image for me. And I figured it would be a fun thing to involve with my videos until something else comes along. I don't know, something maybe, that I actually pay for. But either way, now on to the good stuff. So it seems that recently on Facebook, the infamous provocateur, Milo Yiannopoulos, posted a photo to his page of himself, drawn by Dreamkeeper's Comics, as an anthropomorphic snow leopard, slim, blonde, and the body language to match his personality all too well. Almost immediately, this caused a bit of a ruckus on social media, particularly Facebook and Twitter. The furries came out of the woodwork to lash out at Milo for, I guess we could call it, appropriating the furry subculture. Though I have to be honest, I don't really see how. The fandom in general found this image of Milo to be an attack directly upon them, their community, and their overwhelmingly soft sensibilities. The majority of furries being, be it proclaimed or otherwise, part of the regressive left in one form or another. The photo's comments were a mixed bag of responses, from those who despise furries, to a neutral opinion of the fandom, to members of the fandom who just got outright nasty, and every other kind of response in between, with the overwhelming majority of respondents who at least mentioned the image actually rather enjoying it. There were also inevitably some memes tossed in there as well, and I do have to say, they were in generally good taste, I'm not gonna lie. Personally, I love the image. It's extremely well done and portrays Milo in a new and interesting way. I don't always agree with him on some of his views. I'm sure there's plenty that the two of us, if we ever sat down, would have pretty fervent disagreements on. But I do also agree with plenty of the things he says, especially on issues such as free speech, feminism, social justice, Black Lives Matter, etc. As a member of the furry fandom myself, I can claim to have an ample level of insight into the community and its members, particularly in the general context. I didn't find it particularly surprising with the kind of responses many furries would have to this image, or even more so to Milo's enjoyment and advertisement of it. It was rather refreshing, however, to see plenty of people from the fandom take a more neutral position, some even being supportive of the idea of Milo even being furried in this way at all. Even Milo's description for the image, when it was posted, was rather amusing, saying, quote, "To the furry community, snow leopards are hungry bottoms," which perhaps explains why the nice folks at DreamkeepersComics.com drew me as one. It's not really offensive or insulting, but a playful jab at the idea that the furry community does have a heavily sexual undertone to it. Myself, I got the joke, and I got a sufficient giggle out of it. I can't say one way or another what Milo's opinions of the fandom are, whether or not he's a member, in secret at least, or if this kind of thing could pull him into the community. Anything is possible after all. I myself am very much a classic liberal in my viewpoints, and so this quickly puts me into conflict with the aggressive left, the so-called progressives, and their divisive, authoritarian push for a false narrative to censor and control others through guilt-tripping buzzwords and redefining established ideas for their own agendas. I'm sure the more I publicly remark on the image across social media, the more I could end up turning much of the fandom against me, tarnishing my name, as it were. But I don't entirely see that as a downside, being that I haven't been too involved with the fandom for a few years myself. Some posts here and there, some artwork, but the conventions and such, they can go blow it out their asses, honestly. I will continue to keep an eye on where things go with this recent kerfuffle and see what kind of viewpoints and reactions it garners, undoubtedly getting way too many good laughs out of it. And I will continue to show my support for Milo, both within the fandom and out there on the big bad world of the internet. If we're lucky, we'll even see some kind of hashtag campaign from the fandom against Milo because of this image. That would make it all the easier to find reactions and get quite a few laughs out of it. They can be very cringy. Very cringy. You know, like these. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you'd like to see more in the future, you can click that subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up and all that. Have yourselves a good one. Woof woof, motherfuckers.